Hi, it's Pastor Penny. It's Wednesday, July 8th already. And this week we've been talking about different aspects of social justice and how they relate to us in the Bible, from the Bible, and just from our own consciousness. And the more I read about all this, the more I'm learning. I mean, this is a huge area, and we can expand on this possibly in the future. For instance, well, first of all, both Old and New Testaments talk about social justice and loving others who are more needy than we are, in either in spirit or in possessions. So this is certainly not a new or contemporary concept. It's thousands of years since since we realized God was trying to communicate with us, is how long it's been around. So one thing I've been reading about is prison ministries, and I had a seminary classmate who, before he started seminary, he was doing prison ministry, which I think takes a certain kind of person to be able to do that. And I mean, not all of us would be cut out for that. It was very interesting to hear him talk about it. This is quite a while ago, but it's still a huge ministry, and one that is very needed. And then I just want to say that when we help others, when we love each other, which is really the bottom line of the gospel, right? Love. And however that manifests itself. So who benefits the most? When you reach out to others and you're selfless and you're doing things and contributing things because you can and because you love others, who benefits the most? I think it would be an even draw. The one who is giving certainly benefits hugely, and the one who is receiving also does. It's a special kind of give and take, a special kind of bond that goes on. Also, something I was thinking about that doesn't necessarily, these are all kind of random, I guess, disjointed ideas today, or thoughts. When you watch kids, when you watch the innocence of children, and you see them, for instance, playing and being old enough to know how to share and wanting to share, they have a kind of unconditional, innocent, untarnished love that unfortunately often gets twisted or shoved aside as they grow, as they get older. Adults can't have that kind of innocent love because of life experience. But nobody teaches them, at least I'm thinking of maybe two children who are so thrilled to see each other, and they hug each other, and they don't care if they like that person or if they play together in a happy way. They don't care what color this person is. They don't care what they're wearing. They don't care how much money their parents have. They don't care what their house looks like. They don't care about any of that. They just innocently love one another. If you ever get an opportunity to see that, Please do. Please think about it and enjoy it. And why do some of us hold on to material things? I know that's something psychologists can go on about for a long time, but like hoarders. I know being a hoarder is a form of mental illness. But what drives them to need to hold on to everything and more that they ever owned? Some of that happened in the post-Depression era, so late 30s, early 40s. People lived through the Depression having very little, having almost nothing, maybe being hungry. And so they have this mindset where we need to keep things. And then, so our verse today is from Matthew, and it's one that's probably familiar. It's one that we often use commissioning people who are going on mission trips. And so the Lord says, "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." And then the righteous will answer him, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you?" And the Lord will reply, "I tell you the truth. Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers of mine, you did for me." So think of all these disjointed thoughts today, if you can, and we will talk more about social justice. Blessings.